Clean house, cook breakfast, lunch, dinner, pay bills, prepare kids for school, prepare their lunches, go to work, try and control your emotions while at work, do your best at work, collect kids from school, do homework, maybe bring them to another activity. I could add so many things that we are stressing about, and we don't even realize that we are in a constant stress, that our minds, our bodies are in a constant stress. And the sad part of all this is that because we are so stressed doing our day-to-day activities, we feel tired most of the times. Our mood it is low. We worry most of the times. And our children can feel this. Our children can see this. Toxic stress has the potential to change a child's brain chemistry if the child is in a constant stress, and this can cause learning problems and mental health issues. Children don't need to be old enough to understand what's going on. And all children need their parents to be happy and healthy. Your child needs you to be happy and healthy. When we are under stress, we can't be calm, right? For this reason, you need to take care of yourself. You need to learn how to relax. When we are stressed, our relationships are affected. The relationship with our family is affected, and we don't even realize why. We start the day in agitation and finish the day with thoughts, with worries that we had the day before. It is a cycle. When we are stressed, we do not have the mood, the energy to pay attention to our children, to spend time with our children, quality time with our children. We are not able to do the things that our children want. Maybe to play outside with them, play with the ball, or do some Legos. We do not have the energy to respond with empathy to their big emotions. And because of all this, children will be affected. But it doesn't have to be this way. There it is another way. Stress not only affects relationships, affects health. When we are under a lot of stress, the body will show us. You might experience migraines. You might feel your muscles tense. You might struggle with the stomach pain, headache. This is a way that the body tells us that we are stressed. Also, when we are stressed, we can't think clearly. When we are stressed, the brain doesn't relax and we can't find solutions to the things that causes us to stress. Stress that builds up without relief can start to affect how you interact with your children. And for this reason, again, you need to learn how to manage stress. Apart from the stress children can pick from us because they are watching and they see us, they hear what we are stressing about, they have their own stress. We might stress for paying bills, work, clean house, prepare meals, and think that our children don't have any reasons to stress. But they do stress. They have their own reasons apart from our reasons. And I will talk about this later. Now, I would like to ask you a question. Are you aware how stress affects your life, relationships, and your health? If yes, if you are aware of this is a very important step to be aware. Then you need to stop that. You need to stop that. You need to learn to relax your mind and your body. If you do not take the time, a lot of people say, I don't have time. If you do not take the time to relax the mind and the body, you will continue to suffer, but not just you. You will continue to struggle, to suffer, but all the family will be affected. You need to learn to distress yourself. Your children need you to know how to do this because they are watching and learning from you. And no one can look after your mental health, your health, more than you. No one can relax for you. A lot of people are saying that they relax when they watch a movie, when they have a nap, or when they do their garden, which, yes, these are ways that you can relax, but this is not the best way to relax the mind and the body, because our mind works even when we are sleeping. I had no idea about this until when I started the journey of personal development and learning how the mind works. I used to believe and say that the way I relax, it is when I read. But this wasn't the correct way. Because even if I was reading positive, useful things, my mind couldn't relax. My mind was still working because I was very focused on learning the information from the books I was reading. And the same happens to you. If you think that the way for me to relax is to watch a movie, I'm really sorry to tell you that this is not the best way, the most effective way, because your mind, yes, will stop focusing on your worries, on your problems. It will focus on something else, but for the moment. The stress you have, it will go, but maybe for an hour. But until you do not relax the mind and the body, you won't be able to think clearly or look for solutions for the things that causes you to stress. When we are stressed, we can't be calm or take or make good decisions. So it is very important to choose, to prioritize, to invest time in yourself, to take care of yourself, to invest 30 minutes a day for your own. If you want to be more present for your children, if you want to help your children, if you want to feel better, if you want to be more calm, more happier. When you are more calm, the atmosphere in the house, it is more calm. Our children need to learn how to relax because they have their own stress, as I mentioned earlier. There are lots of children who struggle with the anxiety. They stress and worry for a lot of things. And some of them, the body, the same shows them that they experience a lot of stress by having physical symptoms. Stomach pain, headache. The earlier children learn how to relax, the better for them, the better for their mental health, for their happiness, for their life and for their future. Now, let's see what children, teens stress about, apart from what they hear from us. School demands, academic pressure, exams and pressures to do well, pressure from the teachers and pressure from parents. Social stress, problems with friends and peers at school, big changes in the family, separation or divorce of parents or parents arguing, chronic illness or severe problems in the family. Constantly running from one activity to another can cause a great deal of stress for children who they need quiet downtime. Too many things to do, too many activities, and feeling unprepared or overwhelmed by tasks can cause lots of stress. Rejection. As children get older, most children want to fit in with other children, be liked. The pressure to fit in and to be popular can be very painful. For this reason, children, teens need to learn to base their self-esteem from the inside out, not from the outside in. Bullying is a serious problem for many children. Bullying can cause lots of stress for children. In media, Some kids might be more sensitive to media content than others. So it is a good idea to know what might upset your child. It is a good idea to limit violent media content and stick to age-appropriate movies, books, video games. Now, what are the signals that our children show us that they are having lots of stress? Well, how can we spot stress? When children refuse to go to school, stomach pain, headache, nail biting, changes at school, difficult to concentrate, changes in behavior, decreased or increased appetite, sleep problems. Now, before to share with you ideas on how to help your child, I would like to share with you three techniques, three ideas that it will help you. And the first idea is to decide to take 20 minutes, 30 minutes for yourself and lie in bed, close your eyes, start to notice your breathing, and inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale for longer time. And keep doing this exercise. And while doing this exercise, imagine how your hands, your legs, your shoulders are relaxing. Imagine that when you exhale, your worries get out from you. It will take some time until you will start to see the effects, but the more you practice, the better you will get, then the better you will feel. Another idea is to get a massage. Massage therapy can help reduce stress. A massage is a great way to relax and minimize the physical and emotional tension you are experiencing. You can give yourself a massage by massaging your neck, forearms, your palms, your legs, or you can ask your partner to give you a massage, or you can even go to a professional person who does massage. After what you calm your mind and your body, then you can start to work on the cause. And the first thing I will suggest doing is to identify types of thinking that lead to stress. You might be experiencing unproductive negative thoughts that lead to worrying, which can trigger the release of stress hormones. So identify if you get into the trap of thinking unhelpful thoughts, if you get into the trap of catastrophizing about a situation. Do you expect the worst case scenario? Are you blowing things out of proportion? Or are you thinking a lot of, worry a lot of what if and what if? So address stressful situations head on. Instead of avoiding, putting off, dealing with your stressors, why not face them directly? You might not be able to eliminate all the things that are stressing you, but once you start working and addressing them, you might be able to elevate them to some degree, and the most important, you might be able to prevent them from worsening and having increasingly adverse effect on your mental and physical well-being. So be aware if you find yourself having an internal conversation about things you fear. Things like what if my child will get sick, what if he will get hurt, what if I will get fired, what if I will fail, what if I'm late, and so on. Be aware of your internal conversation, and then move to the next step, which is use problem solving technique. Instead of thinking what X, Y, and Z are really stressing me out, shift your focus to what can you do to alleviate these problems. Shifting your perspective from the problem to what are you going to do about it, it can help you feel more in control over your life. So make a list of all what if questions, of all the things that you are imagining, you are catastrophizing, and then work on solving them. Work on reframing them, reframing your thoughts. When you change your point of view, you can change the level of stress altogether. So write down the things make you feel stressed, worried. Write them down on a piece of paper, and then take another paper and write down what can you do about them. How can you solve them? Stress, it is inevitable, and sometimes it is helpful. For this reason, we need to learn how to distinguish between helpful and unhelpful stress. We need to teach children to do the same. We need to learn how to calm down. Learning healthy stress management techniques can help you to turn off your stress alarm system so that you won't be in a constant state of stress as you move through life. And when you will learn this, then you can help your children. You can teach them how to calm themselves when feeling stress. Now, let's see how can we help our children reduce stress. One of the most powerful ways to teach our children reduce stress is through our own examples. Most of us are not aware of this. So you first need to model to your child. Kids pick up everything. So you need to make sure you learn. You get into the habit of responding in healthy ways when feeling stress. The second idea is to be careful how you react to your child's stress. One of the key things you can do when your child is stressed is to keep your calm. Don't stress out, especially in front of the child. When the child is stressed, you need to be calm, to take deep breaths, have a warm voice. This will help the child not to panic more. And by doing so, you are modeling for your child how to handle it. Another idea is to help the child notice what stresses him. And the same, you can write down or ask the child to write down and then move on to problem solve. But at the end, it will be great if you can help your child notice what exactly creates his stress, which are his or her thoughts, and the same to us adults. After what your child noticed this, realize that his thoughts are the ones who makes him feel that way. Tell your child, remind your child that in life he will always have a choice to focus on the negative thoughts or the other side. Letting your child realize that he has control over his thoughts, that he has a choice, it will help him now in childhood, but also later in life. This will teach your child responsibility. He is in control, he is responsible in what way he chooses, in which way he chooses to focus. So help the child identify the source of the stress. So then you can move to help him develop strategies how to overcome it. When you are at the problem solving step, please avoid giving the solutions. I know it is hard to see children struggling, but giving them the solutions, we miss the opportunity to teach children how to handle challenges, hard times, how to solve problems. I'm not saying you don't have to help your child. Of course you can help the child, but you can help the child by asking questions. Questions like, and what can you do? And if this doesn't work, what else can you do? And so on. But don't give the solution. And if you see that your child can't come up with some ideas, then you can say, I'm thinking if this might work. What do you think? Let your child to pick, to have the belief that he is the one who came up with the best idea. When we are always solving problems for our children, we are sending a message to our children that I don't think you can come up with ideas, you can't solve this, you are not capable, I don't think you can do this. But we always should and need to send the opposite message to children. We need to send the message that I know you can do it. I know you can handle it. When children believe that they can't handle something, then they will feel fear and they will feel anxious. Another idea is to set a time, at least 2 times a week, to do some exercise together with your child. Maybe cycling together, run, walk, play with the ball. Exercise reduces stress. Exercise gets the stress out. You can also go maybe once a week to a swimming pool. I know these days is a little bit more difficult, but this is just another idea. You also can do some stretching exercise indoor, to help the child release stress. You can do some massage to your child. These are my ideas on how to help your child with stress. Again, you will need to be patient and keep practicing them, and I promise you will see results. I really hope these ideas, it will help you. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video.